And there's still some mystery about how James Comey learned that he was sacked. Some reports say that he was informed in Los Angeles preparing to give a speech at an FBI recruitment event.
So I will start out by saying that Director Comey had flown out here today and really wanted to be part of this presentation and a part of this event. He unfortunately had to fly back to Washington unexpectedly.
But other accounts differ. They claim he learned his fate from a TV news report. Now, in both instances, he reportedly laughed it off as a prank. And that decision's left Democrats on Washington's Capitol Hill stunned.
Well, I didn't think this administration could surprise me anymore. Today, they surprised me. I think the president's firing of Jim Comey was outrageous.
This president now believes he's above the law. We haven't seen anything like this in decades.
The termination and removal of James Comey raises the critical question as to whether the FBI investigation of Russian interference in the last presidential campaign will continue.
Every American will rightly suspect that the decision to fire Director Comey was part of a cover-up.
I don't have confidence in him any longer. To restore my faith, I'm going to get an explanation for why he did this.
I think he made a mistake on this, and he clearly has a double standard.
He would have won this election without any problem if Comey had not been the Republican operative that he is.
He's made a bad mistake by not following the normal procedures.
Well, to say that this has caught Washington by surprise is an understatement. Some are questioning whether it's even legal. Others are pointing towards the FBI's probe into Donald Trump's alleged ties with Russia. But the Attorney General insists it's Comey's mishandling of the investigation into the Clinton email scandal that's behind this sacking. To remind you, James Comey wrapped up his initial probe into the Clinton email scandal last year, seemingly putting her in the clear. But then in October, he reopened the investigation after discovering, apparently, more evidence. But then, a week later, he ended up closing that probe too. Now, the experts we spoke to say they're not surprised Comey's been sacked.
This is not good when the director of the FBI testifies, and then a couple hours later, you get well, he didn't mean that. He didn't mean all the emails. He didn't mean, so he comes across as a very, very sloppy, if you will, administrator. This is the man who Hillary Clinton claims was responsible for all of those Americans voting for Donald Trump. So he has been in the news and has been the subject of attack from every faction there is. To say that he was troubled would be a profound understatement, sir.
There's so many twists and turns going on these days with all these investigations and recusals and now this firing that I don't think we really can be surprised. I think there are political reasons, almost certainly, that are more important than legal reasons. Consider his earlier mistakes, again, signing off on torture, signing off on illegal warrantless surveillance, signing off on a 3-year-long detention without charges. Those are much more egregious than his more recent, if you want to call them mistakes.
NATO's asking the UK to send more troops to